Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bolo, and I'm coming to you with another video for educational purposes only. Today, I want to talk about this whole Cameron and Jim Jones falling out. A lot of people are a little distressed, depressed about the breakup. I want to make this very clear. Cameron wanted all this to happen. He put this in motion. He wanted to sever all ties with Jim Jones once and for all. He wanted to flame him publicly, but didn't want to look like the bad guy. He didn't want to look like the instigator, the agitator. So he threw out something into the wind that he knew Jim Jones was gonna eat at, because he knows this man for over 20 years. He knows what can get him riled up. He knows how his ego pushes him in certain directions. So what I'm talking about is him asking 50 Cent about their beef however long ago, 15, 20 years ago at this point. And 50 breaks it down and they have a laugh about it. Okay, so I'm gonna play that clip now.
Sent niggas to my office with black roses and a little coffin. And I was like, all right, cool. Then I did the video. So I was like, all right, cool, this is cool. I remember this real talk. I was on probation at the time. My probation officer was like, come down to probation or we gonna lock you up on Thursday. I'm like, what the fuck I did? And New York City Intel was there. And New York City Intel said, what's going on with you and 50 Cent? I said, it's some music shit. What the fuck are you talking about? They said, well, it just seems like it's more me. I said, yo, he puts people out of business. I gotta respond.
I will say this. That was an entertaining beef, diss, battle, back and forth when it was happening. Actually, like both of these artists, but it was entertaining. Good disses back and forth, the antics, it was hilarious.
I swear to everything I love. I told these niggas this. I'm like, yo, the man puts people out of business. You gotta say something else. Then one officer's like, yeah, he does, man. He does. So it's just on me. Y'all gonna talk to him? Like, that's like, yeah, his flight is late. Then we're gonna have a conversation with him too. So the more of the story is, like I said, Dipset at that time kind of really wasn't on the same page, but it wasn't public, external. Yeah. And I was like, maybe I could fix this shit before it gets out of hand. And that's where my mind frame was at. But then when niggas went on stage, I'm like,
yeah, it was Apollo.
Shit that spun out of the nigga. It just went out of control. It was a checkmate moment, which was, I said, this nigga's devious right here.
Yeah, so what happened was 50 Cent actually got Jim Jones to go on the stage. Obviously, that's a bad look when your crew is having a beef with this dude and you go on stage with him. And Cameron bring this up because he knew at some point Jim Jones was gonna get asked about whatever was said during this clip that made him look bad. Now, however old it happened and how long ago it happened, it still is gonna make Jim Jones look bad and disloyal at the end of the day. And you have guys grew up in the hood, made it out, uber successful, huge egos come with that. Now, some people, and I mean some, would say, you know what? I got tricked out of my spot. I looked crazy. I messed up there. But that shows humility. Jim Jones has very little to zero humility. He thinks his shit doesn't stink. So for him to admit fault is too much. And Cameron knew that. He had these feelings bottled up. Now, let's get to Jim Jones' response. So this is the clip finishing up. I just wanted to give you a longer version of it.
Now, music thing. You got members of Dipset to come to your show.
Them niggas be on my dick, right? Them niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them niggas in their life. You heard?
All right, first off, Cameron and Mase are doing very well with their podcast. They're doing very well. So I don't see why they would have to focus on you. So that's just him deflecting, obviously, and him saying they're on my. Cameron has always been looked at as the top dog in that group. Jim Jones, I would say, you know, in recent years has definitely been better than he used to be, but he was always looked at as the weakest one. So no one's on your nuts, bro. Like nobody. But like I said, Cameron knew this was gonna be his reaction. He knew Jim wasn't gonna say, you know what, I look crazy, that was my bad, but it's all water under the bridge and we good now. He knew that wasn't going to be the likely response. Now, if it was, Cameron wouldn't have done this, but he knew it probably was gonna happen. So he already knew what he was gonna say, bring up old stuff to make him look bad, and it's gonna get crazy right now.
Did I see you time to time? Yes, I did not grow up with you. You talk about dick ride now, that's where this old shit, I would have left it alone, I would have left the old shit alone. But listen, dick ride, do you remember how we met, nigga? Pause, not met, how you got cool with us? This is how this started. I want y'all to go Google Cameron 1995 freestyle.
Now, I wasn't listening to Cameron in 95, but I was saying like that 1997, 8-ish is when I first heard of Cameron. And I heard nothing of a Jim Jones at all. It wasn't until Dipset Pop was when you heard Jim Jones.
And now I'm in Gotti money. Niggas wanna be cool, but couldn't piss in my pocket. And it's not my nigga to do it. I'm fucking in order. I'm gonna store the river from cops. Like a report, sweating niggas like buckets of water. I got the jack, run along. It's like looking for a squad. It's like hard to like a rock. Shit, snarky.
Now let's fast forward a little bit.
And DJ Clue.
Obviously, it's well known that Mase and Cameron have been tight for a long time, went to high school together and I think grade school as well. So they actually go way back from Harlem. Let's fast forward a little bit.
12-minute freestyle.
Big L, Mase.
Freestyle.
Yo, look at them buildings in the back, bruh. Oof.
Are you at any of these places? No, nigga. You was not there, man. You wasn't there, nigga. This is what happened, how Joe Mo got cool with us. Don't freestyle.
I'm telling you, he's been holding this in for a long time. He's been wanting to cut ties and put this out there like you was never down with us. And he wants the world to know that.
Styles that we just showed y'all, go Google them, have fun with them when you get time. We were popping. It wasn't no internet. Mase, myself, Big L, even though Mase and Big L on the same page, Bloodshed, my man Herb McGruff, we were super duper popping in the street prior to the internet. Everybody knew we was about to get a record deal. Everybody knew this, nigga. It wasn't no secret. Basically, you heard our freestyles and you came up to me one day when I was chilling in front of the house, you said, and this word to my dead mother, yo, man, I heard the freestyles, y'all killing shit. Yo, you know my grandmother died. If y'all wanna come by and just hang out, y'all could, y'all more than welcome. We like, all right, Joe Mo, thanks. It didn't really make sense at the time because we like, yo, my nigga, where's Joe Mo inviting us to his house for? Even though he cool nigga. But it didn't make sense to be going to Joe Mo house. More freestyles come out. Yo, I heard the new shit you did. I heard the new shit you did. Yo, you wanna come through? Come through.
That being said, Jim Jones is a D-rider, an opportunist. He played his cards right. The dude saw what was along the horizon and made his moves. Because he could have just been someone on the side like, oh man, yo, that's crazy, they about to pop. But he was thinking, how am I gonna get in here? And he made it work. So you could call him a D-rider, this, that. He was able to get his spot in your crew and get close enough to where you put him on.
Why? Why are we going to Joe Mo's house? Cool. One day, I'm leaving Mace's house on the west side, going back to the east side. I stop at Jomo's house. His grandmother died, God bless her dad. And he had a free crib. So yeah, I would bring some bitches over there to fuck sometime. A little crack maybe. I'd be at everybody's house though. I live with my grandparents. My grandparents were strict. I stayed at Duke the God house. I stayed at Mace with Cuda. I stayed at her. I stayed a bunch of. I never needed nowhere to stay. You act like niggas on your couch. You was a fan, nigga. You begged us. You are a fan, nigga. A fan. We didn't grow up with you. I am from 140th and Lenox. I am from NFL. Up the block was 40 Wolves. Lou Simpson's up on 142nd Crown Square. D. Ferg on number 8th Avenue. I don't see you around none of this. Shout out to my nigga, what's the nigga Final Four Billy and them used to, you not from none of that. So you can sit around and act like you been around all this Harlem shit and everything. You ever see somebody from Harlem try to act like they from Harlem so bad that you gotta keep saying, I'm from Harlem? Niggas from Harlem know who's from Harlem. You don't have to keep saying you from Harlem.
He's really putting them on blast here. Like, it's crazy.
So that's first and foremost. All this, yo, niggas was on your couch. You were fanned out and you begged niggas to come to your house after you heard all these mixtapes. That's how you got in, nigga. You was so cool. And we was like, yo, Jomo's a nice guy. Mace like, yo, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mace actually taught you how to rap, literally. Literally. He taught you how to rap. You say it. Matter of fact, bring up the clip.
Mace helped me learn how to learn how to rap. Mace taught me how to rap. Mace actually showed me, he was the first person to show me how to rap. Mace actually sat me down and showed me the magic to rap.
We taught you how to rap, nigga. How you ran the whole organization. How you made Diplomat. Nigga, you ain't make none of this stuff. You was a fan. I put you down.
Like I said, he might have been a fan. Cameron might have put him down. Mace might have showed him how to rap. But the fact of the matter is that he somehow was able to finesse his way into getting all that. You gotta give some kind of credit to Jim Jones for not even being from the neighborhood. From the Bronx, pops up in Harlem every so often to visit his grandmother, and somehow was able to get in with the most up and coming rap group in the neighborhood. And not just be like a crash dummy that's gonna hang around and play enforcer, like, all right, you know what, since they paying for my hotel and let me go on the road with them, I'm gonna bust my gun, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna press dudes. Nah, he got one of them to teach him how to rap. Like, I gotta give some kind of credit to Jim Jones for that, to be honest.
You had a free crib and you was a nice guy. That's how you got down originally. Period. Now, to the next point. This all started because I asked 50 Cent a question. Cool. I thought it was cool to ask 50. The shit happened 20 years ago, however many years ago.
I mean, yeah, but you know Jim Jones. Like, you know Jim Jones. You know what pushes his buttons. You know what gets under his skin. You know what makes him happy, what makes him angry. You know this man. You've been on buses and planes and spent months on the road with this dude in the studio around girls. You've seen this dude in almost every different walk of life you can imagine. So you knew that this would kind of ruffle his feathers because ultimately it makes him look bad. And you knew and know that he doesn't like to be embarrassed or look bad, that he's going to lash out. You probably never heard him say, my bad, I'm sorry. You know that's not how he rolls. So, like I said, he was being very Machiavellian about this. He was like, look, I'm gonna bring this up. I know it's gonna get him annoyed. He's gonna come at me disrespectfully. Now I can air out everything without looking like the bully. So Cameron did his best 50 Cent impersonation here, to be honest, because he played this dude Jim like a fiddle.
I thought it was all good. I had no problem thinking, yo, okay. He tricked niggas out their spot, came to the spot. I know 50 said it. And they went under, you know, he was funny. I thought it was funny when he said the shit. But I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every nigga that put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If a nigga agree to disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you, you keep going on and on and on. Every nigga that put hands on you or you get told takes you cool with him. I see you with C Gutter. Junior Mafia, cool. I see you taking pictures with True Life. It's cool. Me and DC, y'all having sit-downs to work out. Gunshots was let off with that. Y'all having sit-downs to work it out. You tried to chase French Montana out the game. That ain't work out. Y'all got cool. So cool that you go to his video shoot. Pardon me, not his video shoot, his movie. You're sitting in the crowd watching the premiere, and they dissing you in the movie. You in the movie getting...
Yo, Cameron had all this right here in his mental Rolodex ready to go. Ready to fire it off. Fuck.
Listen, you gotta eat it, just sitting in the crowd. Nah, nigga, they dissing you in the movie that you went to go see, bro. You ever wonder how you met Maino? Ask him how you met Maino. Maino's gonna downplay because they cool now. He tried to press Maino one day because Maino first came out. He had a little record where he was saying, dissing the rappers. I don't know, he's dissing, he said nigga's name. So Jim Plus see Maino one day and was like, yo, what's up with all that saying my name? Maino said, who the fuck you talking to? Oh, you think I one of them niggas? You out your motherfucking mind? Now they the lobby boys. Every nigga that...
And I remember that song from Maino too. He was trying to go the 50 Cent route. Uncle Murda as well too. It's funny to see Uncle Murda with 50 because he was dissing 50. But yeah, Uncle Murda and Maino, when they first came out, they went the How to Rob route. They was coming out on their mixtapes, dissing every popular rap you could think of. Jay-Z, Wu-Tang, Nas, Mobb Deep, all them. I remember that vividly.
Do something to put pressure on you. You sit there and work it out. But when niggas got a little genuine heart for you and all that, cool, that's the pattern. If they don't put hands on you, then you can keep going on and on and on. And I ain't promoting none of this. I think it's cool that you cool with everybody I name. You gonna be 50 next year, nigga. I'm happy that you cool. I'm not saying this to start no feathers. I'm not saying that to backtrack on any beef or go anything like. I think it's really cool. But the niggas who do this, you cool with, and then the niggas who try to handle it sophisticatedly, you keep going on and on like niggas give a fuck about all that shit, bro. Niggas don't care about none of that shit, my nigga. Niggas don't care a little bit, my nigga. That's first and foremost. I'm gonna wrap it up with a couple things real quick. What I'll finish with is this, man. I'm never here to downplay your character. As much as you try to degrade my character for years and push me under the bus and say, I ain't start this and I ain't do that, and you started Pink and you made the Diplomats, which is just, if people choose to believe that, then look, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I could sell you to, my nigga, period. But at the end of the day, my nigga, I'm never trying to downplay your character. And I didn't know all this shit was going on because I was on vacation. I came back a few days ago and seen all this going on. And it's like, for instance, right? I see you post the shit, Cam let me get jumped in Rucker, this, that, and third by 8 niggas, this, that, and third. I'll let niggas tell that story however they want to tell it. I don't give a fuck. I seen a story one time when Little C's was...
See, he's been keeping a mental note of all the little jabs that Jim Jones has been throwing his way. Oh, this happened, that happened, Cam this, Cam that. And Cam's thinking like, all right, I want to flame this dude. I want to embarrass him. I want to forever cut ties to this dude, but I don't want to look like the bully. I'm too old to look like the bully. I have to do this on the defensive end where it looks like I'm defending my honor here. And he figured it out. Brought 50, squashed their beef publicly, rehashed that whole thing, because realistically, that wasn't really, needed. It was an interesting segment, but I mean, wasn't really necessary, But he wanted to kind of throw Jim under the bus, knowing that any kind of vlogger, podcaster interviewing Jim Jones would bring that up because they themselves want a soundbite.
Just telling the story. I mean, me and Lil C's cool. And Lil C's told me he punched me in my face. Really. And me and C, I see C's, really? No, I'm not dissing C's, but no. Lil C's never punched me. But if you go to his internet story, that's what he said he did. And like I said, I ain't got no problem. I seen C's, we good. But you keep running around with these 25-year-old stories. Do you ever hear me talk about when you ran on me when BMF pulled up? When you ran in the hotel, they chased you to the beach. All niggas, and lucky, I had my shit on me and my man Jojo, I ain't gonna say his name, Spanish nigga, you know him. The Spanish nigga who don't care about life, who was with me, is like, who all these niggas coming? I said, oh, they come this way. No, and this no disrespect, because Blue's my nigga, Meech my nigga, all that. And Blue davinci just told this story on his platform or whatever platform recently. He got it 89% right. It's a little off, Blue. I'll tell it on Talk with Flea, my perspective of what happened. But at the end of the day, I don't be out there pumping. They chased you to the beach, nigga. You was in the sand. You was getting wet from the water, from the ocean. I don't pump that. Took your rags off. Me and Jojo was laughing about that 3 months of cool shit. Cool. I don't pump all that shit, nigga, because I ain't trying to make the great Shakira. You know why? Because the revolution was televised, nigga. That's why I'm here, nigga. That's why God work like that. That's why me and Murda is here, nigga. The revolution was televised, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? And I'll wrap it up real quick with this, nigga.
Yeah, but now he's gonna talk about, like, people in jail and all this other stuff. And how Jim Jones doesn't really care about the people around him. He just wants to use them for crash dummy missions, which, I mean, I don't know. That's neither here nor there, in my opinion. My point was, Cameron wanted to have this outburst for 2 reasons. One, he ain't like Jim Jones. Maybe ever really, really, really messed with him. He probably always looked at him as kind of like this outsider that kind of snuck his way in and thinks that he's above the people that kind of put him on. And 2, he's got a really successful podcast. And how else could you make it more popular by having this happen? So he killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He cut ties with someone that he didn't want to be affiliated with anymore. And now he's got more eyes on his podcast. But let me know what your thoughts on the comments below. Do you think Cameron brought that up and it just happened to go this way? Or do you think like me, where I'm thinking, okay, he's been wanting to have this happen for a long time, but didn't want to come across as the bad guy. That's what I think happened. I think he was like, okay, if I bring this up, I know he's going to get pissed off about it, and he's going to bring it up in some type of way, and I'm going to have my reason, my justification for flaming his ass. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts in the comments below. I'm out.